What if I told you that one of the most strategic and cinematic YouTube videos of the year wasn't made by a guru? It wasn't designed to sell you anything. There was no clickbait, no sponsor, no CTA. It was created by a guy with fewer than 5,000 subscribers and a camera in his room. His name, Jamie Robbins. The video, I locked myself in a room until I made $1 million. One upload, 1 million views, 50,000 new subscribers, over 100,000 likes. This is a full breakdown of how Jamie Robbins broke YouTube with one video. Let's go. Okay, so let's begin with who is Jamie Robbins. Jamie Robbins is not a traditional YouTube success story. He's not a faceless narrator behind stock footage. He's not flexing cars in Dubai. He's not pretending to make money so you'll buy a course, at least at the moment. Let's see that later. He's an entrepreneur with a background on filmmaking. You need to have that very clear. Before this video, Jamie had fewer than 5,000 subscribers. His content was quiet, intentional. He had been documenting the build of a creative business called Synograms. This is his business that made him make $1 million. He was selling LUTs, Lightroom presets, and a course on cinematic editing. Just slow, patient, and public building. And then one day, he locked himself in a room and rewrote everything. The format wasn't new. The locked in until concept had already been explored by other creators, and after this section we will see it. But Jamie didn't follow the normal guru path. He redefined it with one single video. And let's see what's the format and the title. So let's get to the surface. The title is I locked myself in a room until I made $1 million. It's direct, extreme. It doesn't promise wealth. It promises a journey, a question, and the viewer wants to think, how did he do it? I mean, I'd see that title and that thumbnail and it's a perfect packaging. But he doesn't invent that format. You need to know that Mark Builds Brands was the first channel to do I locked myself in a room until I made 10K per month a year ago. And it was a 4x outlier. This means that it performed 4 times better than the rest of the videos of its channel. The thing is that Mark Builds Brands also made popular and trendy in YouTube this type of thumbnails where you can see him in his room, something natural, raw, and then you can see with this type of channels that there are some elements from a strategist perspective that you can take and inspired by them create a new art, a new piece of video to your channel. Another creators like Sabri Subi used 4 months ago this type of video also. I locked myself in a room until I made $1 million. The same video replicated Jamie Robbins 2 months ago. Aloe Vera, Josh Suba also did it. Girl in the World in a niche that's education and studying. So you can really see that it performs well in every niche. So it's an outlier format and title. But Jamie didn't just copy a trend, he turned it into art. And other creators that also turned into art formats, titles, and thumbnails like Russell Wofford, he did the if you're not motivated, do this. You can see other huge creators using the same title. Also used the concept of lock-in a month ago, and it was 20x outlier. I mean, Jamie Robbins reused an outlier format to bring it with a new perspective. That's unique. That's what makes it perform good. And now let's see a thumbnail analysis. From one perspective, you can see title locked in bold typography to add clarity. Then an arrow to direct attention from him in the middle of the thumbnail. On the right, you can see him working in the room from a high angle. And below him, in the middle shot, you can see a Shopify notification with $1 million in orders. Him in the middle is happy after achieving his goal of 1 million. And in the left, he's frustrated in the room because he's showing the process, the journey, until he made $1 million. It's him in 3 different situations. So you can see 3 elements maximum. That's the maximum elements that a thumbnail should have in YouTube. It's showing the process and it has a unique coloring. It activates two core instincts, curiosity and self-comparison. Then, with the vidIQ extension, you can see what were the thumbnail changes. He used the OG thumbnail, that's the one that you can see in the video right now, and then he tried to change it, but he realized that it didn't work well, so he came back to the first thumbnail. Then, let's go to the style and inspiration. The structure and the style becomes from the before and after type of thumbnails that huge creators like Iman Gadzhi, Alex Hormozy and Daniel Dalen used it for the My Story videos and videos that you can really see how he came from point A to point B. And that's unique and that creates curiosity to the viewer. Then you can also see the Daniel Dalen inspiration in this thumbnail, for example, the coloring, the shots and the vibes. In this frame of the thumbnail of Jamie Robbins, it's the third one, you can see clearly the inspiration. But that doesn't mean that he copied it. He just took inspiration from it and created a new piece of a YouTube video. Last but not least, he used Shopify money type of thumbnails that some gurus are making, but he doesn't make the thumbnail like a guru. He just took the Shopify notification and used it in his frame in the middle, like showing he already made it. Then the scripting and the structure. He didn't follow the usual intro body outro formula you see on most creator channels. He divided the video into cinematic chapters, and each one feels like its own short film with a clear emotional objective. Here you can see the chapters from the wake-up call, the transformation, launch day, and the lessons that he had learned. First, it builds natural retention. Each new title creates narrative curiosity. You want to know what happens next. Second, it gives you the story room to breathe. He doesn't rush to keep your attention. He doesn't fake a story or do a My Story type of video. I want you to hear this that he said in the last vlog.
People just started asking like more about me and my background and like how I got my business to where it is. So I thought I would just make a short film about it because it's just more fun, you know, like than just answering a Q&A, and it's original. So I did it and it's worked.
As you have heard, he used My Story type of video with a cinematic perspective to make it original, and it performed. It really performed well. So every few seconds, something shifts. The music evolves, the lighting changes. This isn't a vlog. It's not a highlight reel that you can see on Instagram. It's a narrative arc that folds on itself, and it keeps you listening because you don't know what part of yourself is going to speak next. He's speaking to every entrepreneur and every guy that wants to make it. I mean, that's huge. He knows how to speak to his ideal customer profile. And you can't notice it because it's speaking to yourself. And that's why it works. The shots and the color are also unique. Every frame is composed with intention. That's really hard to execute. And him and his filmmaker and his team did it really well. For example, you can see from overhead shots, American shot, medium shot in motion in his bed with the Shopify notification and orders. On the right you can see medium shot with some typography and extreme close-up with the Shopify trophy. That is something that creates authority to him. And he didn't say, I'm the best at it. He says that he received an award because having 100,000 orders on his shop. Then he also does high-angle medium wide shots from Daniel Dalen videos that you can also recognize. Color grading pulls from Daniel Dalen's influence with red accents and deep shadows. But what makes it work is the purpose on each shot. The visuals don't just look good, they say something. This wasn't edited for YouTube, it was edited for emotion, and the audience felt it. But you're always saying it was inspired by Daniel Dalen, but how does he inspire so much from him? Well, the reality is that Daniel Dalen uses his products from his company Synograms, and here in the last blog he also says how he met Daniel Dalen and how they are now partners. Listen to it.
How do you start working with Daniel Dalen?
So he actually uses my products. So I noticed he was using my products, and then I reached out to him, and then he was like, "Yeah, let's just hop on a call," and then we hit it off really well. It's just kind of like one thing after another, and I mean now we're in business together. It's just kind of one thing at a time. It's cool.
I want you to realize how the channel grew with this video. I mean, have you seen a channel growth like this just with one upload of one video? Right now, Jamie Robbins is at around 60k subscribers. And the 10th of March, you can see that he had almost 3k subscribers. I mean, he grew more than 50,000 subscribers with one single video. He made 3 videos before this one that are building in public the company, hanging out with Daniel Dalen in Barcelona in Spain. And here's a story that he published on Instagram where you can see his channel right there, and he got more than 1 million views in the last 90 days. Over 50,000 subscribers, and the watch time is amazing. Well, he has a big audience because the video before I locked myself in a room had 80,000 views. That's not because he had a great audience. It is because the viewers from the locked myself in a room video came to the last vlog to know what he was doing, what is his company about. And this day that you can see he uploaded the video, you can also notice that the channel and the last video views grew to more than 80,000 views. It wasn't because he changed the titles of the video that you can see here in vidIQ. The last title was the original one. As you can see, the original title is Week in the Life of a 24-year-old entrepreneur in Dubai. He tried to change it once, twice, and 3 times, but he realized that he needed to come back to the first title. So everyone came from the last video. From a strategist perspective, what I would improve. Everyone loved it. This is what huge creators said. Jordan Welch said, one of the best videos of the year. Also, Daniel Dalen said, proud. He also knows that the work behind this type of video is huge. And many other thousands and thousands of comments says that have never left a comment on a YouTube video, but this is genuinely one of the best videos I've ever watched. Bro deserves an Oscar. We reached the era where YouTube feels more like art than Hollywood ever did. And like this, bro, I didn't expect such quality. This is absolute cinema. Many comments, but many other comments also say, explain please what has the author done, what is the product, what was your product on Shopify, what were you selling. So where is the link to your business? Imagine having hundreds of comments and people that really liked the type of video that you made, that they want your link to your business and they would have purchased probably. That's something you would have never imagined before seeing this. Like, imagine seeing a video, watching it, and then commenting what's the link to your business, what's your product. People that really loved your content and wants to buy from your business, even without knowing what is it about. What if he said that he built Synograms? He would have made plus 6 figures to his company from one single video. That's the power of YouTube. Imagine creating a video that connects so much with your audience that they want to buy from your business. He did something. He posted a comment and pinned it like, hope you enjoyed this one. For those curious about what I do, feel free to check my other videos. But he lost the opportunity to say on the video just what he's building. I mean, it's great. And other great creators like Daniel Dalen are using his products. Imagine a viewer that wants to create a personal brand and loves your content, that you are also using your products on your content. They will buy 100% your products. And then I also realized that he was building Synograms because I saw the last vlogs, and then you can see, for example, in this video, a frame where he's also having a mentorship with Daniel Dalen's partner from e-commerce. And yeah, he says that he's building Synograms in other blogs. But you need to say in each blog what you're building. Imagine one blog or one video blows up like this one. You are going to lose so much leads and much customers that would love your brand. He's also really into the building in public movement. He shows how he builds his company Synograms, and in Synograms in the website you can see the Cinematic Academy and other products. In his business, all by itself, it has 500,000 followers on Instagram without doing any CTA. So it's a great business. You can really see it. That's what I was saying. He doesn't need to do any aggressive CTA. He just need to say Synograms, and him would lead the customer to a road to Synograms without selling anything, without doing aggressive CTAs. Remember that. And as I just said it in the intro, I noticed something. He wanted to grow his email list without saying nothing to anyone. In the first link in the description, he has connect with me on Instagram, and then another link that's join my waitlist and robbins.so. Let's get into his website. It says join my waitlist and be the first in line for private events, one-on-one coaching and more. So he will grow a huge amount of email marketing list to promote a further event, coaching offer he's going to launch, or something that he's secretly building in silence with his team. Last but not least, you can see how you can apply this too. First of all, for your videos, don't over-script. You need to be unique and say what you think and connect with your audience. I'm pretty sure that if you want to tell your ideal customer profile or your viewers or your friends something that you're already building, you don't need to script everything. You need to have some guidelines to know each chapter of the video or each section, but don't overscript it because the audience will feel it. Identify outlier formats, but don't be another copycat. I must be honest with you. There are thousands and thousands of creators that want to grow their personal brand and try to copy the type of videos that Jordan Welch, Iman Gatsi, and Alex Hormozi are launching online without their unique perspective, without their value, without being themselves. And if I come to a video, I enter, I click the thumbnail, but they don't say anything that really gives value to the audience, the video won't perform. They won't have any subscribers at all. They won't really connect with their audience. You need to talk to the camera like it's your friend. If I'm watching a video of you, for example, and you're talking to a camera like a prospect, like a sales call, it won't have the same impact. You need to film with intention. Each shot and each frame of the video. That was the main thing that made the video connect with the audience. And yeah, I'm always repeating and repeating connect with the audience, because you really need to do that. And you really need to script and structure the video with that intention. Share the process. Don't wait for the win. I'm tired of seeing comments of people saying, no, I'm not big enough. I haven't had many results to start making videos. I'm not Paddy Galloway. That's a great YouTube strategist in the market. But I'm giving value to you, to creators, to my clients. And eventually, I'm going to make videos with the case studies of my clients giving that much value. But that's the journey. That's what people need to see. They need authenticity. They need to know that behind the personal brand, there's a person. There's a bonus tip. If you check the first link in the description, you can work with me and my team. And I'm out. See ya.